Hey True Believers, Sanglantine here with another rant video. Now if you're not familiar with my rant videos, basically it goes like this. I have something on my mind, so I talk about it. I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm going to present some ideas. Just throw them out there. You put your ideas in the comments below, your reactions to what I say. Go on ahead, agree, disagree, whatever you thought of by me bringing it up. And so I've seen enough. I've seen enough videos that have been telling us exactly how we acted when we were younger. Forget about the fact that most of the people that are posting are far too young to remember the days and are telling us how we acted or reacted rather than asking. In this case, we kept women out of comic books and comic book collecting. We kept them out. Really, fuck you. That's all I got to say about that. You were not getting girlfriends by talking about Dungeons and Dragons or comic books or Star Wars. Not back in the 80s, not back in the 90s when they were talking about them. Now, of course, it's far more acceptable. You tell somebody you're into Captain America now, they go, oh yeah, and they'll talk about the movie. So at least on that level, you can make a connection. But it was a lot different back then. People were more awkward. And it was not by choice that it was a boys' club. Girls just weren't as interested. Of course there were women interested. There's always an exception to every rule. So just because I say that doesn't mean all. So fuck you and your fucking hashtag not all. You're fucking dumbass if you need that fucking attached to every little thing. But the truth is that it used to be a boys' club because boys were the only ones buying it. For the most part. They were. And if a guy went up to a girl who was in the comic shop and asked questions, well, they're testing me because I'm so weak. No, we wanted to know what you liked. We wanted to see if you liked the same things we did. So we would talk. What's your favorite issue? Really? I like that too. What part did you like? Oh, you're a Flash fan? What issue? Okay, did you read this one? Did you read that one? Oh my gosh. Because it's a connection to make. Nowadays, oh, well, you're just mansplaining because I'm a weak fucking bitch. And that's basically what it comes down to. Every one of these social justice warriors that talk about this position the woman, position the black person, position the Latino, position the Asian in some way, in a place of weakness. They never see strength in anybody who's not like them. If you are not a white male, a social justice warrior believes you are weak. The only reason why you didn't get into comics was because a white man said no. I mean, imagine the power that they place in the hands of the white man. I got news for you as I sit in my little jail cell bedroom here, recording on a microphone, hoping that I can make a few views on YouTube so I get paid this month. I'm not that fucking powerful, gang. I'm not stopping anybody. I don't spend my days out in front of a comic shop with a ball bat making sure that only white guys go in, and I never did that. I've never seen anybody do that. I don't know. It's not for any reason of hate towards a certain person that most people do not like a certain comic book. You say we don't like gay people because we don't like that America Chavez is written badly, or that a Iceman after 50 years of being straight is turned gay and then given the story of a 17-year-old boy rather than written like an adult. He's not being given the story of an adult. I don't know. But that's seen as hate. You think black was a horrible story? You're fucking racist. You hate black people. Why? Because you want stories about black people that were written well. Forget about the fact that we've seen it. Forget about the fact that we have lived through good stories and good art that has dealt with females, gays, Latino, black people in comic books. All the minorities, as they like to say. Forget about it. We've seen good. But the Marvel SJW doesn't want to believe that. History starts now. There's never been anything before. And you know, you see that in the characters too. Read Spider-Man. Dan Slott writes Spider-Man. Dan Slott's been writing Spider-Man for 15 years, but do you ever get the feeling that that is the Spider-Man that got bitten in high school? That's the Spider-Man that had to deal with Gwen Stacy dying? Well, not now, because she's been cloned so freaking much. That ruined it. I don't know. It's just that there should be more than just now. You know, we used to feel the weight. I'm reading Defenders. I got the Marvel Essentials, and I've been reading through them. And what's funny is that you get a feeling that something that happened in another book that crossed over into Defenders, you get the feeling of a history. These characters that came from other teams have a history with those teams, and you felt it. Even if you just read that one title. Yeah, comic books can't be like it was. Why do you always want it the same and never change? No, I want my characters to change, but I always want them to have the same core. I want comic books to change, but you have to give it the sense of history. Superman's been around for a long time. You can't make him feel like he's only been around for 3 years. Spider-Man feels like that. But if you say anything, you hate women. Because women are writing this, and women are writing that, and if you don't like what they're writing, you hate them. Oh, do you not like Squirrel Girl? Yeah, you hate all women. You hate kids because it's aimed at kids. Forget about the fact that we have actually had decent kid books. Books that are aimed at kids that were not talking down to them, that had decent art. Can't mention that. Or you hate women because Erica Henderson draws that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, this is a rant here, and I guess I'm just getting it off my chest, the same thing over and over again. They make an agenda and then they argue it. They don't ask us what we feel. They don't ask us what we think. And forget about offering. Nobody will come on. I've seen pussy after pussy not take my offer to come on and actually debate something. I've seen that on both sides, though. So what you gonna do? But mostly on theirs. Most of the people I invite onto live streams will do it from our side. Huh. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of the whole make an agenda so you can argue it thing. And yes, I have seen that on our side too. Towards me, as a matter of fact. I saw one big blow up where everybody talked amongst themselves about me, but nobody asked me. Nobody talked to me about it. And I just freaking laughed. It got me mad after a while. I got to admit that. But mostly, yeah, it was just me laughing at people because I could not believe that the one person they were talking about is the one person nobody talked to. So, yeah, I guess, you know, this didn't answer any questions. The social justice warrior over at Marvel, or just the social justice warrior in general, will always try to make you evil just to make themselves look good, even though they are the ones with the evil thoughts. They're the ones that are segregating. Black people really need to write black people. But what they don't realize is by saying that Ta-Nehisi Coates will be better at writing Black Panther because he's black is just like saying Ta-Nehisi Coates can't write white people as well because he's black. Simple as that. Well, Mags Visaggio should be able to write transsexual characters. Well, she can't write anything that's not. Or it's going to be less. And if you let them, and this is the big thing, if you let them write a book that's not a black person, and you have that thought, then just by having that thought, you admit that by letting them write a character that is not the same as themselves, you are producing an inferior product. Congratulations, Marvel. That is your true legacy. That is your legacy. It is a legacy of racism. It is a legacy of sexism. It is a legacy of homophobia. It is a legacy of transphobia. Because you believe, just from what you say about, well, they're gay, therefore they can write this gay character better, meaning they can't write non-gay characters as well as somebody who's not gay. Just by saying that, you are saying that they are inferior to everything else. Congratulations. Anyway, I guess I should wrap this up. I've been ranting for 10 minutes. If you have any comments on anything, what's your opinion? You know, like the whole thing about how they said that we forced them out. Even though, you know, girls are free to read anytime they want. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think about assuming a motive and then arguing that motive, no matter whose side it's on, because that came from people on this side too. You know, let me know in the comments below as far as that's concerned, or anything you got out of this. By all means, this is what this is all about. I just started talking and wanted to know where this went. That's what these rant videos are all about. It's all about the passion. It's all about the passion for a subject. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, if you want to see more, click like, click share, click subscribe to see more, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything around here where, yeah, we got cool stuff happening. Also, we do have a Patreon and a VIDME, and this is how we're making our living. So if you don't mind supporting us, helping us to make these videos, please drop $1 in the till. There's even a tip jar at VIDME. Or go to Patreon, drop $1 in the till. Links are in the description below. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. I'd like to thank everybody who's even thinking about it. And to everyone, all of the true believers who never got offended that she was fighting for our rights in her satin tights, thank you very, very much for watching.